say potential customers, right? Let's come again. Potential customer, someone that has shown interest in your product, but sometimes we have cold leads, right? Most times we have cold leads. Cold leads are people that don't know anything about your company. They just come across it maybe on their social media and they decided to check it out. You understand? So lead may not be someone that knows. Someone that knows around about your company might be a warm lead or a hot lead, right? All right. So if someone visit our website, for example, and they register, just like the way everyone is here, right? You saw the link, you registered, right? When we did our women in tech, we used a very large lead generation skills that brought over 2,000 people to the academy, right? So how do we do that? We embedded a form, a Google form, right? We embedded it and people were able to fill it. From there, we got their phone number, their email number, right? So, sorry guys, I have to, let me just remove the network of this cell phone. This is company's phone. So, um, this must be people that are late. So they are calling direct. So if someone calls to ask for our services, for example, I'm about to get a call. He's calling to find out um, about Digital Bazookas Tech Academy, right? That's a lead, right? If someone comments on my on my post, asking me about the details, I came across your ad about the free training, right? That's a lead. Do you understand? Everybody here is just like a lead we generated. That's a lead generation, right? So this is a process of us finding people who are interested in what we sell, people who are interested in our products, right? So we're going to turn them into prospect, and from prospect they will become what? Our customers, right? So what are the 4 steps? The basic 4 steps of generating leads. First, we have to create awareness, right? So people can only discover about digital bazookas when we are out there, right? Through ads, social medias, or one-on-one, tell a friend to tell a friend. We said tell a friend to tell a friend, right? That's one-on-one, is a word of mouth. Then interest, right? They engage by clicking. Maybe they saw our post on the line, they just fill up the forms and other things. This is the second one, interest. Consideration, they think about whether we offer the right product for them, right? They are still considering. Then conversion. This is the final step because they have already decided to take an action and become what? Our customers. So see, without lead generation, business will struggle because there won't be no sales, or there won't be increase or revenue, right? No more larger revenues, right? Because every company, like I said initially, they need customers, right? So let's learn about the features of a lead. So every through lead has what? Certain features, right? They have to show interest in your product first, right? They share what? Their contact information, like coming up online to register, emails, phone numbers, and their social media handles. They have a problem that you could solve. For example, a copper that just graduated is a very good lead for us. Someone that wants to upskills or want to switch job is a very good lead for us, right? That means that we have solution to a problem he has, right? So that's what they mean, that they have a problem that our products and services is going to go do what it's going to serve, right? And another thing is that being able to afford our products is actually a very good features of a lead, right? For example, someone has not taken or an old man in the village, right? It's not a good lead because he may not be able to afford the product. So these are functions of lead generation. What are the functions? It's not just about collecting names, data, the information online, right? So it's very, very important. Why is lead generation very important? Why is it that when you generate quality leads, right? What are the functions? One is going to enable our business, right? It helps businesses to attract new customers. Um, Everyone here, maybe after the training, you guys decided to have a better training with the company, right? That's an example, right? It creates a sales pipeline so that the company will be able to sell products to people, right? It improves brand awareness. The more leads you generate, the more people, for example, I go online, I place my form, and people register this form. Anybody that comes across this form in the line has already known about Digital Bazookas Tech Academy, right? Now I started my email marketing, sending them emails, inviting them, right? I'm creating more awareness about the company, right? Like I said, the growth, the business growth and the revenue, right? So no lead, no customer, no money, or no sales. Do you accept that? No leads, no customer, and no sales. So having said that, let's see types of leads that we have. We have what we say there, cold leads. I said it before, warm leads, hot leads, right? And we have the MQLS, and equally we have the SQLS, right? So the cold leads, these are people that who don't know us at all, but they have don't know interest. They don't care. They are just random strangers, right? They just come online in LinkedIn and they saw where I was busy posting, my sales teams were busy posting. And these are all cold leads because they don't know our company first before, right? All right. Now, warm leads are those people that showed interest. For example, they called you, they followed us, right? They called us, they followed us, right? Then we have what you said is a hot leads, right? So these are people that are already buying from us. All our students that have graduated, the ones on still on the July and August training, you know. So these are what we refer to what as hot leads, right? Or people that actually want to register and have training with the company. They are all what? They are what? Hot leads, right? So we have marketing qualified leads for people who are interested with your marketing campaigns. They download your free flyers, our free ebooks. So for us, it's just about flyers and our videos. They attend our webinar, right? Everybody here is like a marketing what qualified leads, right? So we have another one that we call the sales qualified leads. These are people that your sales team has identified, right, as ready for what? For direct conversation. So someone asking us for a price, right, or asking us the kind of product and how we teach, how they got access to the training after to the classes after the training. This person is what we call sales qualified leads. These sales are already leads. They are already qualified, right? Then we have another one like offline source, networking events. What month you meeting someone like me talking to my friends, my neighbors, like I have a program coming up, I have a company, right? This is my word of mouth referrals. Or someone came across our posters or flyers or seminars and other things or workshop or even physical campaign. These are all what source of leads, right? So before we progress, I want to say a lot of things this evening. Let me come in. Tonight, I'll be telling you how you'll be able to use CRM to generate leads. I will teach you how you can use form, embed it online or in the website to generate leads, right? I'm going to use some of the CRM tools, Hotspot, Zoho CRM, or Salesforce. So maybe in CRM tools, we'll be going for Zoho CRM. So Zoho has a prospect. So you're going to see how we can actually use a prospect, just like Apollo, right, to generate leads using a CRM tools called the Zoho. Now, when you step down to email marketing, I want to equally show you guys after generating those wonderful leads, right? Those you've checked them, you check their email, they are qualified, you narrow down your search and you find out that these are exactly what you need and you wanted to start a campaigning. I'm going to select one tools again, maybe Mailchimp. We are going to select one tools, maybe Mailchimp, to create what? An email campaign. But each and every step, I'm going to be very, very fast. Then social media tools we're coming for LinkedIn, because recently LinkedIn is like one of the places you are going to find a very quality leads. You know why? Because people are coming there to actually do business, to get hired. So they are putting up their real information, their name, right? Their email numbers, because they want you to contact them. So LinkedIn is like one of the real source of genuine places we can actually do generate quality leads, right? So landing page and creating of forms. You know what is a landing page? Landing page is like you building a semi website where visitors are going to come, right? So when they come to your site, they will be able to do what? They can fill your form. So most times we use forms like Google form to do what? To create a lead magnet or whatever. Then we're going to do what? We're going to put it or embed it or sync it into our website, into our pages, into a lot of places, right? So we're going to see how we can use LinkedIn, Mailchimp, Zoha, and the Google form. Then after we've generated all these leads, I'll equally step it up by showing you how you are going to put it up in there. It's a Google spreadsheet. Remember last time, I think the first class we had that was free was on Google spreadsheet. So we may not go so much deep into Google spreadsheet. I'm just going to show you how you can bring it in. So I'm not going to take it very deep. So if a Google spreadsheet is something that you are looking at in lead, you can go to the YouTube is there. You are going to find everything about that, right? So this is tools for what? Scalability and quality leads. So these are the tools we can actually use for scalability, right? So when you start generating leads, you will be able to know, right? You want what? Quality leads, right? You want ability to scale, to know the ones that are actually active. See, I might be, like, for example, if I'm working with Lupin Limited 5 years ago, I have an email customized for me as a European staff, right? I've left a European company 5 years ago. If you're still sending me email with those European company email, maybe it's not working again. So these are why you need to know active lead, quality leads, right? So we're going to learn how we can actually know when a lead is a quality, how to scale lead, right? Automations, something like Zapier. We will be able to use Zapier to integrate, right? So when you connect, you know what a Zapier is? Automation, right? So when you connect one or two tools together, right? You can automate to follow up, right? I don't know how to put it for you people, but Zapier, I know most of you here knows what Zapier is. It's an automation tools where you will be able to do what. For it, okay, let me give you a smaller example of what Zapier is actually. I want to connect my email with my WhatsApp, right? I want every email that comes to my Gmail I want to receive a notification in my cell phone with my WhatsApp, right? Or for example, all those forms that I created that I embedded in the website, I want to actually be receiving a notification on my website. So instead of me going to check my Google form every time to see the responses, I want to actually receive them where? In my cell phone. Do you understand? So you have to use a tools like Zapier. And trust me, Zapier is a very, very, very excellent tools you can actually use to automate your follow-ups, right? I want, if this happen, let this one happen. For example, I want if a customer I'm working on opens my email, I want him to receive. I want to receive the notification, and I want Zapier to do what? To zap an immediate response to the person. So let's see if we have time. Maybe we'll go into Zapier and see what we can do with Zap. Another thing is that ChatGTP is another wonderful, because recently they have equipped more versions. I don't know if you guys observed. They have equipped more versions for ChatGTP, so we can actually use ChatGTP to generate leads. But be careful, because he might not give you the accurate leads, but at least he has up to 60-70% of leads you can generate. I'm going to show you how you can do all this. Now let's come to the only tools we know that we can actually use to build for lead generation is Apollo. We have a lot of them, like Lemonades and other ones, but at least I think 60 or 70% of businesses uses Apollo to generate leads. There are other tools out there, but Apollo does a very good job anyway. So we are going to equally select Apollo. So here we are selecting Zapier, ChatGTP, Apollo, right? So in Apollo, you will see how you'll be able to integrate Apollo, how you can connect your Apollo to Chrome, right? Chrome extension, how you can use it to generate prospects, export it to your CSV, and so many things, right? All right. The analytical goals, tools like Google Analytics is going to actually help you to track the strategies that is working for you, right? All right. So we have scaling tools like our Facebook ad managers and Google ad managers campaigns, right? So now let's talk about the best practice for quality leads. Before we close, right? Here are some best practice for you to make sure you generate a quality leads, all right? That will be comfortable. It's not about packing people online. You have to select the right people that need your product, right? So you have to always create what valuable offers, right? For example, I can embed a form, create a Google form. Then I said, whoever that registered with this Google form is going to get like 30% discount with a digital bazooka. You see, it's a valuable offer. Everybody want the course, but maybe because of the price, now they're getting it cheaper and less, right? So you see that they're going to rush to you do what? All right. Now you have to equally know how to put up a call to action, right? Click here to register, contact us immediately. These are all what we call what? Call to action. Then segment your leads from United States, this age background. I want tech specialists. I want people that are interested in switching their jobs, looking for managers, decision makers. See, we understand. So make sure you learn how to do it, to segment your leads, right? Follow up. Most of you guys generate quality leads, but because you don't know how to follow up on people, the leads dies, right? So follow up, make sure you send them constant emails and messages and calls. Be very careful because there's some countries, if you don't get the right permission, like if they're not the people that actually fill those forms, it's illegal. But if they have come online to fill your form, that means you're interested in your product, right? So why I say this, like all those leads that we're going to generate on our own from LinkedIn, from Apollo, right? These are all people's information. So when you're generating leads, ensure that the area, right, the state, the country has no illegal fines for people that generate leads randomly and send random messages, right? So again, we are going to see, I think in Apollo, we'll be able to see how we can actually test the different strategies to know the one that is going to work for us, right? All right. So let's start. So the first thing I'm going to do now is to show you how we can actually create forms. Remember, we've talked about creating form when we trained data and entry, right? So if creating a form to capture a lead is something you are looking for, go there, you'll see better solution. So let's start. So what I'm going to do is that after creating the form, to show you how we can actually create form, we come back again to see another way we'll be able to generate leads, right? So let's start. So for us to do this, I want us to go to what? Let's go to our Google form. Let's use our Google form, right? So this is a wafer icons. This is called wafer icon. In this wafer icon, you'll be able to see all the Google's app, and it's free, right? You only need to have a Gmail account for you to be able to see all these Google tools, right? And remember why we are here. We want to select a form. When we create this form, we are going to put it up where? We are going to put it up online, or even here that we are doing the training, so that people understand better. So I'm not going to put all the features and all the functions, right? I'm going to be very fast in creating the form, right? So I always love creating my forms from scratch, right? So, but if you go back now, you'll be able to see what? You'll be able to see a lot of templates that Google Form has for us. So these are all the template that Google Form has for us, right? So you can go down, click down, and you'll be able to see more templates, right? So these are all templates, and these are recent Google Form I created. I know most of you must have signed one of these Google Form to be here with us today, right? And this is nothing, this is just a list view. If you want to view your Google Form as a list, right? Or if you want to view it, remember what I told you, I'm going to be fast, so I won't be going in details. So we'll be able to do what? We'll be able to do what? To say what? Describe the forms you want to create and blah, 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 right? Collect CVs for communities, get a client requirement, blah, blah, blah. So let's just go for one. Let's see if this works for us. Creating a activity form, right? But I love doing it myself, right? I actually love creating this myself because this is not what I want. This place they put a review, so we'll be using this, right? All right. The first thing you have to do when you want to use a Google form to generate your leads is to do what? Is to name your form. So let's say we are naming this form lead what? Jen, right? This is August, right? Let's say this is our free lead generation that we did in August, right? So we just name our form. We can state it, right? When we want to state it is because we want to give importance to it. It's easier for us to find it when we go to where our drive. Now I'm going to decide where I want to save this. I'll be saving this in my drive. So I want to build a new folder, right? You can watch to see what I did before. So I can say this is what a lead gen folder, right? All right, so let me just create it. That means our lead gen August will be saved inside our lead gen folder. Is that clear? So other ones, let's just start. So we have sections and we equally have untitled question sections, right? So let's just try to beautify it just for 2 minutes, right? For us to do that, I just click on the theme, right? So when you click on the theme, we'll be able to go down and decide if you want to use by default their own colors or we want to actually upload our own from our laptop. So we have a lot of options where they have already what I think I have okay, let me just select this. That's all I have here anyway. I've deleted a lot of things last week, but still okay. Digital Bazookas Tech Academy, it's not beautiful and it's not bright, it's not a banner. We're just choosing it to show you, right? I want to have some, I just want to add some beauty to it, that's all. All right, now you can put up a description here, right? I can say free training, right? Let me say I said free training, right? So we said this is a free training and that's it, right? So now I want to build a form that I'm going to use to generate leads, right? So this form, after building the form, I can send it in my website. I'll be able to post it in my LinkedIn or any other my social media. How do I do that? Let me show you because we'll be copying the link, right? So the first thing I need is what the customer's full name. So here is where I'm going to come to do what? To write that. I want the customer full name, right? All right. Okay. Let me just use capital letter. I want the customer's full name, right? So let's say I really want the name of the customer. That's why I'm going to own the required, because without this, the customer may not put up the name, right? So we just have a question. We want their full name. Now we are going to decide what kind of question, how do they answer it, right? How do we want them to answer it? Of course, I just want a short answer. So using this drop down, I will select a short answer, right? Okay. So I'm adding another question. What is another question I want them? I will be needing their emails, right? I need the email, right? So I'm going to put it up again. And I'm selecting, by default, it has already selected the short answer. So we can go on and on and on and add a lot of things, right? If you want to learn about comprehensive form, Google form, how to build a comprehensive, go to data entry training. You will see it there. All right, now the only thing I want again here is just their phone number, right? So that's okay. I finished. That's all I did, right? I can go ahead to add the pictures, duplicate it, and do more things. You can see all. So when I'm done creating, I can actually review to see if what I want is there. And when I'm okay, right, I'm going to do what? Publish. Now I've published our form, right? It doesn't take me up to 3-4 minutes to do this, right? I just published it, right? All right. Now, if anybody comes across our link in the website and fill it, we are going to be receiving the responses here, right? For example, I'm going to copy this link. You see, the link is so long, right? I would not love to embed a long link in my form. So for that, I'm going to click on shorten my URL. Then I'll be able to copy it. I'll be posting it in the meeting. So if you have a fast finger, you can actually go ahead and do what? Go ahead and fill it up. It's just a name, just what? A name and what? Your email, so that we can use it to proceed. So people, for that, let me I equally paste mine because I want you to see everything about the meeting. So this is what? This is the form that we just created, right? All right. So now this is the form we created. I'll be filling it up so that we're going to go back on how we can actually generate leads, right? All right. This is a bazooka, right? Let's say this is bazooka, and we are creating an email called Bazooka's Empire, right? At gmail.com, right? So the last thing we want to put up here is our company cell phone, right? Let's say 234 right? All right, let's just use our company number. Then I'm going to submit, right? So I've submitted. Now I'm going to go back to the form that we created now. I don't know if anybody, do you see? Now we got a response. One person has just filled up the form. Do you understand? So if I take this form and have a write up, like register for our form, register for this one, then I created what? I created an ad, right? And embed it in my LinkedIn. If I embed it in my LinkedIn and people come to do what? Come to click, right? I want to show you one or two because I will not be doing everything. So we have to like, um, I just want to look for a form that has a link, right? So we see example of what we just did. I don't know if this has a link. Let me see. Let's just try and see if you can see one or two that has a link. Um, August training, no, it doesn't. I'm just trying, hold on. I want to show you guys how I put up the link and people can actually come to. All right, this is one of the links, right? I say apply now. I don't know if this is an email or what is this? Register now. Oh, this should be this should be a I'm looking for the one that has a lead generation link so you people will understand, right? So let me just go back and look for the one that there is a lead generation ads, right? Um, okay. Anyone has a lead generation? I think this is a lead generation ads. All right, this is another lead generation, and this is a lead generation. All right, free training. Let me see if I have this embed in our form, right? All right, this is it. Oh no, this is our website, and I don't have. Let me go back again. Sorry, guys. I just want to have one form that has a lead generation. What's called link, so that we'll be able to see it, how it looks, and how people. Before I go back to the form sections. All right, let me just go down more, right? All right, I have a lot of ads. Sorry, guys. All right, this is I don't know if this is this doesn't have it too, right? All right. So for example, we've already what? All right, we've already done what? Copy the links. This do you see the way we embedded the website? That's how we're going to copy the link. So everybody is going to fill this form online, right? Like I just got a response, right? We just got a one response. So I'm going to whatever I write that I want to post in the social media, I'm going to do what? I'm going to embed the link in there, right? So at the end of the month or at the end of the week that I want all this information about the customer, do you see the link to my spreadsheet? So we'll be using the spreadsheet to add all the leads we've generated, right? So now I'm going to click. I want to create a very clean spreadsheet about the lead generation training August, right? So this is going to take me to spreadsheet. Do you see? This link was embedded with online, and I feel this online, right? So this is how you can actually generate leads. If we're working for a company, and you created a form that you guys embed in companies' site. This is how people will come and fill up this form. If you guys have done that, you will see we receive more responses from here. I think I put something there. I embedded a link. It's asked for access. No, it cannot ask you for access because it's just a lead, right? Until you finish, you cannot get the response. But for the question, you will be able to get the question. It will not ask you for access, right? So let me copy it again and post there. So if you can actually fill it up before we proceed. So that's how we can actually create a Google form, embed it in our site, and we'll be able to do what? We'll be able to use it to generate quality leads, right? All right, so we've done that. Another thing I want us to look, well, I will keep this form because I'll be using this form to do what? To input all the leads we are going to generate from several areas. Another one I want us to talk about is the LinkedIn. How do we actually generate leads from LinkedIn, right? See, LinkedIn, we won't be able to do what? We won't be able to come directly to LinkedIn and start copying people's information or start opening people's information. If you do that, LinkedIn will notice they are going to block your account. So, but we have a tool that is already created called the Apollo. So Apollo is actually for us to be able to generate leads in marketplaces like LinkedIn, right? So you can see Apollo hanging here. So I'm going to do what? I'm going to do what? I want to delete my own Apollo so that I'll be able to do what? To download it, and you guys is going to see how I go through the process, right? So I'm removing it. I don't know how. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys?
Yes.
Yes,
We
ma'am.
lost
Yeah,
the
we can
sound.
hear you now,
We
but we
hear
lost
you.
you
We lost
earlier.
Yeah, I don't know what happened too. All right, sorry guys. All right, so we are talking about using what? Using Apollo, right? Using Apollo to do what? To generate leads from LinkedIn. And I said something. I said it's not
Mama, please,
as
can you show your screen again? Thank you. Sorry.
it's not showing again.
Yes,
All
ma, your
right.
screen is not showing.
I hope we are still recording. Let me make sure we are recording. All right, manage your record. Okay, still there. It's recording. All right, we didn't lose the recording. All right, that's nice. All right. So I said that sorry for that, guys. I said you cannot just go directly to LinkedIn and start generating leads, right? So when you do that and LinkedIn find out that you are doing that, they're going to block you, right? They're going to ban your account. So for you to be able to do that comfortably, we have a tools we call the Apollo IO, right? So I have already installed it because I'm using it. I generated a lot of leads. So for that, I'm going to remove it from my Chrome so that I'll be able to do that's exactly what I did before, and it will stop my class, right? All right. So I'm going to do what? I've removed the apollo.com .io from where? From my LinkedIn, so that I'll be able to show you guys or to guide you guys through how you can actually use Apollo to do what? To generate leads, right? Sorry, baby, I'm coming. Don't worry. Sorry. So this is the advert is very funny. Anytime you remove Apollo from their from your system, they start crying. All right. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to do what? I'm going to type in what? Apollo.io, right? This is what I need, right? So when I click on apollo.io, it's going to open up, right? In my Google Chrome, right? So if you want to go follow along with me, you can actually do the same by downloading this wonderful suite tools, right? So let's see how it goes. Let me copy it and paste in the group. So if you want, you can actually go with us, right? So I'm dropping this here. So kindly follow up if you want to do the same with me. All right. I don't know why the net is so poor and my Wi-Fi is so strong. All right, I'm putting this here. All right. Okay, I think it's still loading from the trauma or being removed. All right. So this is actually what this is the home screen of Apollo. So you have a lot of things. You can see this the home screen. We have the platform, right, where you can actually use to build a very strong pipeline builder, call assistant, data enrichment. You can equally go to market platform. So we have a lot of things we can actually do when we're using Apollo. And when it comes to the pricing, right? I actually will be using what free pricing for this training, right? So Apollo has both a paid version and the free versions, right? They has both a paid version and what and free version, right? So we'll be looking at what we'll be looking at the paid version, sorry, free version, right? Sorry guys, I want to check the strength of my Wi-Fi. Just hold on. I don't know why it's so strong, it's so slow. All right. All right, so I clicked on the pricing, but it's taking much time. So we are going to go ahead to do what? To use the free version. They said what? Sign up for free, right? It said there, sign up for free. So you can see the plans that I'm telling you. We have free, we have the basic, we have the professional and the organization, right? All right. So we are going to do what? We are going to click on get started for free. Let's see if we love these tools. We are going to do what? We are going to come back and start selecting the ones we can pay. So we can actually embed
No, I
start
can no
by
longer
putting
see
in
your
our
screen.
how it's not personal.
It's back up now. Yeah.
um let's just hold on, let me check the strength of my system. All right, so
It has gone up again.
no, it's not from me. Check your system. It's not possible. It's not possible to be going off and coming. Check your, you can leave and come back, please. If you're not seeing, you can actually do what? You can actually leave and come back, right? Um, Let me do one thing. Uh, I'm checking the Wi-Fi. Sorry, I want to make sure it's very strong. 7. It's okay. It's okay. It's very strong.
Okay, it's okay
Why
now.
is it? Is
Welcome.
it okay?
Yeah, it's okay
No,
now.
if you cannot see the screen, please kindly go out and come back. The screen is okay. I can see it is sharing from my section. So if it's sharing from here, it's sharing from there. 2, 3, 8, 0, 1, 2. All right. All right. So we have an option. Either we want to put up our what? We can put up our email here, or we can use sign in with our Google. So let's just go ahead and sign in with our Google, right? All right, so we are clicking on signing in with Google. So here I'll be able to choose any of the accounts. So I don't know the accounts I've not used. So because I want us to start from scratch. So let's see if Edit Nebulisa is free, right? Let's see if Edit Nebulisa is free, right? All right. So welcome to Apollo. Right? He said what? Please wait while we redirect you. So he said, welcome to Apollo. You can see this is actually a very easy way to sign in, right? So what best describes you? Am I a founder or a marketer, a business development? Let's just go for anything. Remember, anything you choose is what is an answer, right? All right. So what would you like to do with Apollo? I can select, right? Find and get in touch with leads, use automation, so I can go on and select more, right? All right, let me just reduce this so it will be able to give me the next option, right? All right, sorry guys. So these are more options. I can optimize. I can use Apollo as my CRM. So let me just say select more so that we'll have more better what? Better that's a dashboard, right? What's your level of experience using sales tech, right? Let's say we don't know anything. Oh, medium. No, we don't know anything, right? Because we want to experience everything, right? Link your mailbox. So you can actually link your mailbox from here, and you can equally do that from inside, right? You can actually do that All right, you can actually link to what your email box, right? You can link your email box and calendar to access your essential engagement tools. So we can actually do that here, or we can still do it when we want to do or start our campaign or start our email, right? So let's just skip for now. Right, let's skip for now. So I will be able to show you inside. So he said we'll connect your CRM. Which of the CRM do you want us to connect? Our Pipe Drive, our Hotspot, or our Salesforce? For now, let's skip. Right. All right. Would you like to invite any of your team members? Of course, let me just invite myself so that we're going to have a full experience of how this works. Right. So let me just invite myself. All right. .com. Right. So you equally have there. You can equally do what? Skip. So I'm going to invite. So if you start working tomorrow and your company sent an invite to you, I'll show you what it looks like, right? So now he said what? Get a start. So what did they want? We created a list recommendation tags based on your what my input during this survey. So they asked me to choose your first what my first step, and let's dive in. Whatever is an answer, so let's just start. So let me just quickly go to the email. I want you guys to see how it's going to look like when you receive an email from your company. So if your company invites you to join their Apollo, right? Yeah, I'm going to show you how it's going to look like. Let me go to my email box and let's see if we receive the invite, right? Before we go back to our Apollo, right? All right, guys. It's loading up and boom, this is here. This is it. It say your team admin invites you to join Apollo. So when your group or your supervisor or your new company you are joining sends you an invite, definitely you are going to receive something like this in your email, right? All right. Now let's start our Apollo. Now we've we've logged in our Apollo, but remember what we want to do that brought us here. Actually, what we wanted to do was to extract some lead from where? From the LinkedIn, right? And we cannot just go directly to extract lead from LinkedIn. That was why we decided to do what?
Mom, please, your screen is dark. Can you make it to be white? It's dark.
Hold on, please. Dark is better. When you want to review the video, you observe it. Please mute yourself. If you want to review this video, if I'm using a white theme, you'll find out that most of them will be very will not be able to be seen. Don't worry, this is the price for recording videos, and equally it saves my eyes. I'm always on the system 24 hours, so it saves my eyes. But for the video quality, trust me, when you start watching the video, you will love the dark theme, right? So we are coming to everything. All right, sorry for that, sweetie, if you don't feel comfortable with that, right? Now we've downloaded Apollo, right? Well, now there is no Apollo here. We can't even find how do we now use Apollo from here to here, right? So for us to do that, we need to do what? We need to download Apollo extension, right? So we are going to do what? We are going to download the Apollo extension. It's already here, right? So we are going to do what? We want to download the Apollo extension, right? So you can see all Apollo extension. So the one you are going to focus on is what? The integration directly, right? Apollo Chrome extension, the integration what? The directory, right? All right. From here, we'll be able to do what? To download the extension, right? So because we want to bring down Apollo, we want it to be able that anytime we open our LinkedIn, right? It's going to, oh, sorry, my video is closed. All right. All right. So this is our Apollo, right? We've actually downloaded it. We want to do what? Download the extension because we've already downloaded the Apollo, right? So now we are downloading the extension, right? So it's asking us to do what? Add to Chrome. Do you understand? Add to Chrome. So we want to add it here, right? So we're going to click on Add to Chrome because until it's on our Chrome, I will pin it and enable it before we'll be able to use it in our LinkedIn. Do you understand? So after downloading your Apollo, you have to look for Apollo extension so that you'll be able to use the tools where in your LinkedIn, right? All right, let's just give it a few minutes to be able to download. So it's downloading already. You can see it from here, right? It's downloading already. So we can actually see it from here, right? So when it's done, we'll be able to view it in an extension, right? All right, let's wait for a few more minutes. One download is in progress, so let's just be patient. I don't know why it's so slow, sweeties. So let's just hold on and see if it's going to be fast enough for us to use it. So it's remaining now. All right, it's almost done. Let's be patient. So when you finish downloading, do you see we don't have Apollo here yet? So when you finish downloading, it's going to appear in our extensions area, right? So let's hold on. All right. So none is here. You can see it, right? So when we go back, do you see Apollo? Now we've seen Apollo here. So for it to be seen, we have to do what? Do you see the way I pinned my room? Okay, let me unpin these ones because they might. So let me just pin. You have to go to your extension. Do you see where I clicked? So click on the extension area. You'll be able to come to this place and pin it. Right, so because we just downloaded it, how do we do it? We can actually come to this place and then manage our extension by reloading our Apollo extension, or we can equally click on manage our extension. Do you understand? So here we'll be able to do what? To reload and make sure that our Apollo is working perfectly, right? All right, so now let's go to our LinkedIn, right? So let's just refresh our LinkedIn and see if our Apollo is going to, because we are looking for, we want it to be here. We want the Apollo to appear anywhere. Just let it appear in this screen of LinkedIn, because that's the only time we'll be able to do what? To use it, right? So let's see if it has come up. If it's not come up, we are going to do what? We're going to go back to refresh it, right? So, and we can do that from here, right? Let's just hold on for the LinkedIn to finish uploading. Unloading. Please mute yourself, sweeties. Mute yourself, please. Mute yourself, please. Mute yourself. Mute yourself, please. All right, it's on. So I'm going to do what? I'm going to reload now. All right, let me just reload Apollo extension. Right, so let's go back to our LinkedIn and reload. All right, this is equally still does not reload. It's reloading. Do you see the way I'm seeing my name list? That's how I want to. Before it was here. So I want it to appear here because it's already in my work, in my Chrome. So let's see. I'll work towards that appearing here. Right? All right. All right, this is it. It has appeared, right? So you can see now in our LinkedIn, our Apollo has arrived, right? So now we'll be able to extract any leads we want without being banned, right? As many leads as we want without getting banned or being restricted by LinkedIn, right? All right, so you can see prospect tools are available on LinkedIn profile. So even if when I close this Apollo here, you will see that my Apollo is hanging, waiting for me to. Please, if you cannot see the screen, just go out and come back. That's what I just said. It's not from my sections. As long as it's sharing from here, it's not from here. It's one person. Any other person that cannot see the screen, please mention, let me know. Any other person, sweeties? You cannot see the screen.
It's okay now.
All right, if you cannot see the screen, please go out and come back. Don't stop the class again, sweetie. The screen is shared already. So let me just go on and close all this Apollo, right? Let me just go on and close it because we've gotten what we want, right? So now when we go back to our LinkedIn, you can see that we have Apollo. Now, how do we extract leads? Do you see our search bar? This is what we can use to extract our quality leads. For example, let's say we want to look for logistics company. Remember, you have to narrow down your search to be able to get a quality lead. Let me tell you, your client might tell you, if it's an American client, he might tell you, I need real estate agents or companies in Chicago or in New York, right? So your client is giving you a specific place she wants to focus, right? Some of the clients might tell you, don't worry, I just need a real estate agent in US. That's all fine. Let's say it's in Europe. They said, I want a quality lead. I want you to extract leads, maybe logistics in Hamburg, Germany, right? Right. You come to Italy, he said, I want you to extract lead in Ravenna, Italy, right? So most of the clients is going to give you what? They are going to give you a particular area that they want you to extract the lead. So when you want to come to your search box, always remember right, to add the particular place. This is one I used previously about a logistics company in Hamburg, right, Germany. So let's say we are looking for real estate, right? Real estate, estate companies. Let's say in, can we go for Chicago, or let's go for New Jersey? New Jersey, right? USA, right? So we can actually look for search, right? So they said they did not find what? They did not find any new agencies, company, right? All right. So now, because we added a company, right? I want to narrow my search down to people that works in this company. So this is where I'm going to come and click on people that works in real estate companies in New Jersey. Do you see how I now narrow this job search, right? Now it has given me the names of people that actually works in real estate companies in New Jersey, right? You see, we have a lot of them, lots of them. So we cannot start opening and closing and start opening and closing. Do you see? We have a lot of pages of these people that works in real estate companies in New Jersey, right? So how do we do that? This is where our Apollo comes in, because we need them, right? We need them. Now I'm going to open my Apollo. Why? Because I need to take their information. Remember what I did? I used my search box. Then I narrowed the search to people, right? To be able to extract leads. You see what Apollo did? He said 10 people has been selected. Let's go ahead and see. If you are going to see Pram Van, right? We see one Pram Van here. This is Pram Van, right? So you can see Apollo has already done what? Apollo has already generated the 10 people. This is a free paid plan, right? If you were actually paid in Apollo, you can generate 2,000 leads at once. But because this is a free paid plan, right? So we are going to, it's going to give us a limitation, right? All right. So, but you can see now that we've been able to do what? To select, to generate how many? To generate how many? 10 people has been selected. So when you look from your left and your right, you see we're able to do what? To generate leads, right? Remember in the YouTube, I'm going to cover all these things because they are people's information, right? It's illegal to expose people's information in social media, right? So what do I do? Now I've seen all these leads. How do I generate them? How do I bring them inside Apollo so that I can use them? Now here comes to, I want to add them to my list. I have already created a list, right, that I'm using. But for you to create a list, you can come to this place and do what? And name your list. For example, I want my list to be called the bazookas, right? So here there is a yellow word highlighted telling me to create and add my list. Do you see? Create list and add. Do you understand? So they said what? 10 contact has been added to my bazooka. So I can go on and extract more leads from different places and keep using this, or I can create more what? More list, right? So the only thing I need is to bring my Apollo close to my or inside my LinkedIn so that I'll be able to generate the leads. Now let's go back to our Apollo, right? All right, now this is our Apollo platform, that home screen that we just downloaded, right? Initially, before we start adding it up in Chrome. Right. All right. So you can see amazing platform where we have our home, people, companies. But the only thing I want you to pay attention on is the list. Do you see the list? Remember, we created a list from where? From let me highlight this. Sorry, refresh this. We created a list in LinkedIn, right? We created a list. We never come to Apollo to create this list first. We did that from LinkedIn, but still is going to reflect in our Apollo, right? So let's just wait for it to refresh. Then I'm going to show you the bazooka that we curated, right? So, all right. So let's go back to our Apollo. I think it's still opening, right? All right. So this is the list sections that I want us to pay attention, because we just created a list. So when I bring this list down, I just want to show you guys the list we created, and we can move on, right? So last modifier, do you see the bazooka we created? We just created bazookas, right? And remember, we selected only what? 10 people. Let's go back and see if it's the same. So you see 10 people selected, right? So when you come to our Apollo, the Ray platform, right? That we have already added in our Chrome, and we used it to extract these leads. It's going to show us that we are able to select only 10 leads. And when you open these leads, believe me, you are going to see exactly the same leads that we extracted from the LinkedIn, right? So let's open it, and that will be enough for our LinkedIn training. So you can see those names that we just selected. The Paul, blah, 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 Jude, Lee, right? So when we go back to our Facebook, you see, we'll be able to see the Jude. Jude is there, right? Pravan is there, right? So Chris, Sam, right? All of them are still in our Apollo. Do you see how you can actually generate quality leads? Because in LinkedIn, everybody is looking for connection, everybody is looking for sales, everybody is looking for job. So actually, everyone puts a real contact in on LinkedIn. So this is why they said LinkedIn is one of the best places you can actually extract quality leads, right? Now, we've extracted these leads. Inside Apollo, is it just used to extract leads from other tools? No, you can actually use extract lead from Apollo itself. And for you to do that, I will just say a few things about these sections, then we'll move to the another sections, right? Because we have a lot to talk about Apollo. So we see our people, we see the companies. People is actually the same, is where we can actually extract prospects. But this they said was prospect and enrich, right? Let me just, I don't need a tool, let's just keep it tall, right? All right. So from here, you will be able to see our list. And when you use the toggle list, you will be able to see the what? Let's say go down and see. Do you see our bazooka that we created? Is there? We can equally create more, right? But I believe that one list is there enough for us, right? Now I'm coming to persona. This is where it matters for us, right? So we can actually start to segment or to break down our search. For example, what do we want? Title, organization, locations. So we are going to see how we can actually do all these things inside the Apollo, right? I'm going to close this. I normally love using words, using others, excluding from this. For email status, I encourage you to always use a verified option by checkbox. Click this checkbox. It doesn't mean that the emails are 100% verified, but at least it shows that you're not going to be wasting your time packing a spam emails or junk emails, right? So it's going to be like 65 or 70% solid lead, or sometimes you might even extract more than 85 or 90% good emails, right? All right, so we just selected only verified. I want only verified, so I'm going to close my toggle blocks, right? So we can equally go down to see more, right? Let me go up and close the toggle blocks because I want us to have a very organized screen, right? All right, job title. We just selected what? We just selected logistic, real estate, right? But actually, when you come to the job title, who do we want? Do we want the managers, the owners of a real estate, or do we want decision makers or project managers, right? So when you are generating leads, the only thing I want you to have at the back of your mind is people that matters, right? If you want to generate leads and you, after getting your leads, because the people that will be receiving the email matters a lot. The people that you want their contact matters a lot, right? The people that is going to receive your campaign matters a lot, right? So when you are segmenting or when you are breaking down your search, ensure that you put up the people that matters, right? For example, you cannot just come down here. We are talking about real estate, and you start selecting students or you start selecting gatesmen. They don't make sense, right? So for that, we are going to see how we can actually take care of project managers, right? Maybe owners, because these are they are decision makers, right? I think I've closed it before. Why are you open again? Okay, you're still closed. All right, sorry, I open it again. All right, so here we are going to do what? Let's say we added do you see how the thing is being reduced? It was above 86.9 million people. 86.9 million people. Imagine your company now asked you that I want you to be generating maybe 500 leads out of this 86 point something people, right? And if you see from the right, because we selected only verified emails, you can see that they are having a green check there, checkbox, right? Showing that the emails are verified. But don't worry, we are still going to check how rich the emails are, right? All right. So now we are talking about the job title. You can add more than one, right? We can add more than one. So we selected what before? We selected the project managers. We can come back to what owners because we want to narrow it down, right? So let's say we are coming down. We added was owners. So we want to work about with only project managers and the owners. Is that clear? Right? So let's say you don't want a particular people to be involved. For example, you don't want anybody as a teacher, owners, student, directors to appear. You can actually click any of them. This is a exclude. That means you want to exclude some people from your leads. You don't want to generate this group of people in your leads. So do you see that that lead that was 180 something million has dropped down to 2.9 million? This is how you segment, narrow down your search, right? All right, I'm done with this job title sections. I selected only the product managers and the owners, right? Company. If you know any name of the company, you can as well put them there. But if you are putting a company, that means you are actually limiting your search. So for me, I love leaving the company what options off, right? But for example, you can put companies like if you know any real estate manage companies, right? You can put it there, known or unknown, right? But I'm not going to go into deep with that, right? Or why is this still verifying? Can you guys still see the screen?
Yes, we can.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
Yes,
All right,
ma'am.
all right, sweeties. Thank you. I don't know why Apollo keep verifying me, right? So that's why I asked again. So now we are coming down to what? To location. Remember what we did in where in the sorry in the LinkedIn was what? New Jersey, America, right? So you can actually put down your say they said city, state, country, and zip, right? First of all, we are selecting America because this is what we selected initially, right? So you can actually put the city, the state, and go down like that. See, from 2 point something, it has dropped to 1.2. Why? Because we selected only people from United States, right? So if we go ahead to add New Jersey, right? If you go ahead to add the New Jersey, right? Let me see if it's going to come out. My net was very bad, right? All right, New Jersey is here. If we add New Jersey in America, because that's exactly what we are looking at. You see, the total is going to do what? Is equally going to change because we are doing what? We are narrowing down the search. So this is how you can actually generate quality leads, exactly what your client wants, right? You are not just generating any kind of lead and you are putting them in a spreadsheet and you are pushing it out there, right? So you can see how we are able to use a Apollo to generate what? Quality leads, right? So we can go on and select what we want, putting up the industry, the keys, and so on, the employees, if you have any information about that. But I think we've done a great job, right? We've done a great job. Now, there is something I want to inform you guys. Because this is not a paid version, we have only 25 people. That means if you are using unpaid version, we are going to be extracting this lead only 25 people. Do you understand? All right. So to do that, I'm going to select only the 25 people that I need. If I want less, I will be able to select less, right? Why? If I select numbers of people I want, I can actually put the numbers maximum per company that I need. But let's just go ahead and select only 25 contacts, right? So I'm going to click on apply. That is going to send it directly to where? To my list, right? So it's going to add it up where? In my list, right? Now, let me go ahead and do what? And save them. Remember, I added what? I added the 25 what? 25 leads, right? So it's going to ask me if I want to add it in my list, right? So I'll be able to come down here and select what? the bazookas. That's the list that we want to save it, right? So you are going to go down and do what? And save. We have other options. Yes, I will comply. What am I complying? I'm not going to disturb any customers without their authorization. It must only be subscribers, right? All right, that is the tools policy or guidance, right? All right, now we have again what we call we can actually export all these to our CSV, right? We can actually do what? We can actually see to adding 25 people is in progress, is actually what? Added, right? All right, we've actually do what? Added. We can actually reflect our prospect, right? We can equally reflect our prospect and we go ahead and add more. Do you understand? We can go on and do what? And add more. The same thing, but we are selecting more, right? So let's say we want to do, we've done our work, right? So we can equally do what? We can equally export. We are coming to that. So we can import and we can do what? We can import. You can import as a CSV and equally you can export as a CSV. For you to import, let's say your company have already existing customers already that you want to bring in to add it up in your list. You can actually do that, right? So you see the way we just generated a lead. So this is how we can actually generate quality lead. Another thing I want us to talk about, don't forget we can download it as a CSV, then we'll be able to add it in our lead generation. Before we do that, let me do something. The only two things I want us to look at that, okay, data enrichment. We can equally generate or get prospects from companies. After people, we can equally, the same thing we did with company people, we can equally do it. Now in data enrichment, let's see how rich the data we extracted, right? So they say 23% of the job we are up to date. 100% of the email we are enriched, right? So you can see where we are having the report analytics. Email missing, right? Only they say for the enrichment you can see 94% emails, right? That means only 6% is unknown. It's a very good read. We just do what? Enriched, and we can equally automate enrichments. That will be another course for another day. Hold on, right? So let's this is how we can actually do what? You see the timing, right? The CRM, these are new, right? The CSV, if we have already upgraded to maybe the basic, then we'll be able to use what? To use a CSV enrichment, right? And then we have another job search alert where you'll be able to check if any of these companies that you prospect is actually hiring, right? But all this, we need to do one thing. We need to upgrade to basic, right? All right, so this is our data health centers where we're going to see everything we've done. And this is our new, the ones we did what we brought in, right? So the total contact of what we have was the 25 we selected from the Apollo and 10 we got from the LinkedIn. That's how we come up to it, 35, right? All right. All right, I'm coming to show you how we can actually extract these leads and put them where and put them in our in our spreadsheet, all right, or download them as a CSV. So let's see what a sequence is. This is the only topic I'm going to handle here. You've now selected those emails, right? You've done a good job. You selected quality leads. This is just an extra training. I want you guys to have knowledge, right? Creating a sequence is very, 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 when you're using Apollo. That's why I cannot overlook it. I just want you people to understand what a sequence here. All this lead we generated now. Now, on the process, remember I told you about something. After generating leads, quality leads, then we can do what? We can start writing them to turn them into customers. So let's see how we can actually, I'm just giving a few examples. I'm picking every topic slowly, right? So for us to be able to start sending messages or emails to those quality leads we generated, how do we do that? We can create what we call sequence. In sequence, batch by batch, set by set, right? So I'm going to create a sequence whereby all these leads we generate will be able to be receiving information, updates, and follow-ups about the company, about Digital Bazookas Tech Academy, right? So that's what a sequence here. And sequence means they are not going to receive only one mail. They can receive a mail that said, hi, thank you so much for filling up with Digital Bazookas. Next time, hi, how do you feel? What are the courses you are? Hi, we are just checking on you. We want to know if you decided. Well, that's how we are going to set a lot of emails that will be sent. And these emails, we are going to do what? We are going to build them here and they will be sent on their own. This is why I love Apollo. We are not going to come every day to be sending messages, right? So if you're working with an organization that really want you to be working out to generate quality leads, equally ensure that after generating these leads, that they follow the right step to do what? To nurture the leads to and turn them from prospect to customers. And how they can do that, they will do it by using Apollo sequence. What did I do? I click on sequence. I said create a new sequence, and here we have an options. We have 3 steps how we can actually create a sequence. If you want, AI can help you to do what? Create a simple artboard sequence with a one click, right? Then we have the one they said they already made a template, right? I love creating from scratch, right? So when you click on creating from scratch, it's going to give you an opportunity to name your sequence, whatever name you want it to be, though you can still change when you are using a template. For example, this is August free training, right? August free training, right? All right. Then if your working hours is none of this, you have right to do what? Or you have permission to customize it. So for you to customize it, actually has to take it to certain sections. And this is another topic for another day. So we can actually customize what? Our working hours, right? So you can reschedule depending on the time you want, right? You can add a new schedule or schedule. First, using your time zone. Time zone matters a lot. For example, we're not having a comprehensive training about Apollo. If we are, I would have, but because we are just talking about lead generation and I wanted you guys to grab a lot, right? So if you are we are using Apollo, don't forget to do what? To deal on your profile. The reason why it's always good for you to set your profile in any tools that your customers or your clients invite you is because if you're working remotely, they have to have a clue of who they are working for. Your specialties, your field, your titles, the pronunciation of your names. This is why the certain sections are very, very important, right? All right, let's keep on moving, right? So now it's asking me if I want to create a sequence with a AI or I want to create a sequence. Now I create on Scratch, right? Before we talked another thing, right? So we said we are naming this word. Let's choose a name from here. Digital Bazookas Tech is enough. So we are going to allow this our what? Normal business hours. Let it be there, right? So we click on create, right? All right. So this is going to enable us to do what? To start creating our sequence step by step. We only have your sequence is empty. Now we can start adding a step, right? I want all my customers to receive all those prospects I generated. I want them to receive e-message immediately after I finish creating this. Then I want them to receive another one in 4 days. I want them to receive another one when? After 1 week or 2 weeks. This is how we can do it here. We equally can actually select a template if you wish to use a template to generate, right? So these are all templates. You can select a template based on call-based template, stage-based template. Call, stage. You can see this says what is 4 step. 10 days in sequence. This is 3 step. This is 4 step. Let's say we decide to select any of these template that we want to use it, right? Instead of us going manually to start creating the steps. And because it's on paid version, we can't go more than 2. But with the templates, we can actually have option to select 4 or 5 templates, and we're going to rebuild them the way we want. So this is what a sequence looks like, right? This is what a sequence looks like. Do you see something? This is the first email that our customer is going to do what? Is going to receive. Do you understand? The first email. Then if you go down more, do you see the second one? Then there is a third one and there is a fourth one. We can equally add more steps. Now let's see, right? The first day, that is today, I want our customer to do what? To receive an email, right? I want them to receive an email, right? All right. So you can see the way Apollo built things. The company name is going to do what? They're asking you to insert your company name. For example, I want a digital bazookas tech academy. That's my company, right? So here you'll be able to add your friend. Another good thing is that here is where by default that Apollo is going to be fixing all the what, all the customers what first name. Do you understand? All those leads that we generated, that is in our list, Apollo is going to select only their first name and they will be able to do what? They will be able to send it, right? All right. So we can equally customize our email, right, and paste it here. We can have right to do what? To embed. This is a text format. When you click on the text format, you are going to receive a lot of formatting functions button. For example, bold, right? Let's say I want this hey to be or hi to be bold, right? So I can click on it. I have Italian, I have underline, right? So many functions. I wanted the customer to be able to do what? To able to send them directly to our site. Do you understand? I want to send the customers directly to what? To our site. I don't want us to start customizing this email. I think that is one training I did yesterday. Let's see. I built one email sequence that I used for the training. So it was a private training anyway. All right, this is it. It's still here. Let me just copy anyone and use it for example, right? So let me see. We have I built a first, second, third. I think up to 4 sequence. Let me see if it's a. All right, Tammy. Okay, this is the 5th sequence. So let's just start by copying the first one because I want us to do what? I want us to format the just one is enough. I won't be going through copying all because I have a lot now. We still starting, right? All right, let's just stop at the hi sweetie, right? We can name our sequence anything, right? We can name our sequence anything, right? All right, this is it. So this is where I want to do what? I want to change the body of my what? The body of the email because I want it to actually have something to do with the digital bazookas tech academy, right? All right, let me just paste it and see what we have here, right? So now you can see that the number appears. Let me remove this that ChatGPT is asking us, right? So let's just I like make it to look like what we want. This is not needed now because we've already removed the other things, right? So let's go up and see if we can manually make it look like I want us to see how this mail is going to look in our email, right? How the customers, because we can use a test email to do what? To test a particular email before we start campaigning, before we start sending it out to all those leads that we generated. Do you understand? So I won't be wasting time. Let me just try to manually fix this email that we just copied. So you can see our IT support is here, right? Our IT support is here. All right. So this is what he said today. Digital skills are the fastest way to access global opportunities. At Digital Bazooka, we train what? We don't just train, we build professionals. All right. Let me say the name of the customers because I did not add my name in the list, so it's not going to come out. So let me just say the name of the customer is Bazooka, right? For example, because this is our test. Do you understand? So here is where I'm going to do what? I'm going to be able to design my email. This is the first step. Automatic what? Email. Here, let's say I want to build 2 emails. It's called a test email. But I don't want us to go more deep, right? It's called a test email. So we have test A and test B. I can actually build 2 different emails saying the same thing. For example, I built one called text A. I said this is a aid in dollar, right? Or aid in foreign currency. That's the subject. The second one, I said work from home. I want to test which one do attract people more, which one do people actually click on. Do you understand? This is, you can actually do that with Apollo, right? But let's go back to our building what? Building our email, right? All right. So I want to remove this now because I've clicked on the active. Let me remove this. I only want this A, right? I don't want to add a text. This is all we want. So we don't want to do a text email, but I just want to inform you guys. All right. I want them to be able to do what? To be able to click on a bazooka, because I want to do what? I want to link our website, right? So I'm just showing you a few things we can actually do now. Then in the real class, you'll be able to learn more, right? So here I can come to our what? I can come to our website, because that's what I want to embed. I want in such a way that anytime the customers that is going to receive this, that is going to do what? Receive this email, clicks on this bazooka, it's going to take them directly to our website. Now I will be able to save the link. So why am I doing this? I want you to understand that when you are using Apollo to campaign your email, you have the right to embed some link, add some images. For example, let me look for say it might have any parts that means maybe customers. Let me just put up one of my pictures, but I don't know where it's going to land, because most times it's going to divide my email. Let me see where it's going to land. I did not actually check my cushion before I brought it in. That's an error, right? So I would have loved it to be somewhere in there. Oh, all right, it's okay. It's just the beginning. Let's just leave it there. All right. All right. That being said, I want to show you guys the last thing. So this is how we are going to do what? Create. Remember what I said? I want this email to go out there immediately, right? I want this email to go out immediately. Send email in 30 minutes. I'm going to come to this place and click. I want you to go out when? Immediately, right? So I'm going to save. Let's say after creating it, I don't actually want the email to leave now because of what? My customers are sleeping, right? I actually want them to receive this email by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. I'll be able to do what? To do that by execute step as I'll put it tomorrow morning. I calculate the time. If I want it to be in hours, in days, I'm going to be able to select what? Because of the training, I want us to receive it now. So I'm going to do what? I'm going to save, right? Okay, so I've created the first day, they are receiving it. So the second day, I might decide, you see, send email in 3 days. So after 3 days, if I did not hear from the customer, they did not call me, they did not call the customers, they did not email back, I wanted to receive another email following up, right? To ask them, did they actually receive our email? Are they having any difficulties in deciding the courses they want to register with us? Then the third email is going to go exactly after 3 days again that they receive the third email. So this is how you are going to create your email sequencing, and then they will be able to do what? To receive, right? That I've finished building my email, but if you observe something, it's not active, right? So I'm going to do what? I'm going to come to this place and activate my mail. So immediately I activate my mail, I'm going to save the changes. That is what? It means that this email is ready to start going, but I've not added my contact, because where will the email go? So do you see where the mails is going to go? I can start searching direct again to get new prospects, or I can bring in those CSV that my company has with all those customers list, right? I can equally select from my list. What is my list? The bazooka all of us created together, right? I can equally add and automate adding contacts with outbound what? Anything I want. Are you sure? He said yes. I want to confirm because I'm leaving the email, right? So here I'll be able to do what? To automate. It's a long course, baby, right? So it's a long course, right? So but I just want to show you that when you generate a quality emails, right? When you generate a quality lead, you will be able to do what? You use Apollo, generate leads either from LinkedIn or from Apollo. Then you can actually create a quality word, a quality email to do what? To send all your emails, right? For example, let's say I want to do what? I want to add my contact, but I don't want to use this automation process, right? I want to add from my list, right? Remember, we have only what? Only one list, but I can go ahead and create a list that only my name will be there, right? So that I'll be able to send this, because we are not sending this email. Do you know why? Because these are real contacts. We selected people's information. They're not joking. This is real people. This is real company, right? So we don't just, because we are teaching, to mess their email up. So we are going to respect people's privacy, right? So this is how we are going to be able to do what? Be able to select right? We'll be able to do what? To select what? The we'll be able to do what? We'll be able to select the list, like people that we want them to send it to, right? So this is how we can actually use Apollo to generate lead, nurture the lead, and send them follow-up emails every time, right? So we've learned what? We've learned how we can create a form, use the link to embed a form, and people can actually fill this form online. Then we'll be able to get what? To get their contact, right? We get their informations, we get their contact. We learned that. We learned how we can download Apollo, integrate Apollo, and put it up in our Chrome by downloading a Chrome extension, so that we'll be able to use it to download from our extract leads, actually from our LinkedIn. Now, Apollo is a very great tool. We can actually use it to do what? To equally do what? To equally extract a lead direct, and we'll be able to nurture our customers, right? All right. Now let's go back to our slide. I want to show you guys something before we move on, right? So back to our slide. So in our slide, we said what? Forms for lead capture. We just created a form, a Google form, right? So we're going to embed this form. Now we talk about the LinkedIn for lead generation. So we've now created Apollo, and we're able to extract what? Our leads through or from LinkedIn using what? Apollo, right? And this is where our module 4 Apollo comes in for prospecting and outreach. So I was able to talk about how you can generate leads and how you can actually send these leads out. I want to show you where we've stopped. So the last one, or not the last one, I think is remaining two. I'm going to talk about the Google Maps and the ChatGTP. Okay, we still have our CRMs. See, we still have an email marketing using MailChimp. Man, let's just hurry up with the ChatGTP, Google Maps. Then we come back to see what our which of the CRM, anyone you people want us to use to extract leads or prospects. I'm going to use that. So now we are going to leave here. Our main target is where? In a Google Maps. So let me show you how you can actually use ordinary Google Maps to do what? To extract leads for your company. And I'm going to equally come down to show you how you can use our lover ChatGTP to equally do what? Extract leads. Let's go back. Right, sweeties? All right. So let's start with a Google Map. We use the Google form. Now we want to use a Google Map, right? All right. Remember our Google Warfare tools, right? Where all the Google apps are there, right? So we're looking for what? We are looking for maps, and this is it. So as long as you have a Gmail, you'll be able to have all these tools. So I'm going to click on the maps so that it's going to take us to our Google Map. For example, what else were we looking for? We said we wanted to search for real estates, right? Companies in New Jersey, America. We can actually change search, right? For example, let's bring it down to Nigeria. Abby, well, let's bring it down to Nigeria. Let's search something from Nigeria. For example, let's look for all the 5-star hotels we have in Nigeria. Which areas? Abuja, Lagos, Via. Let's select a place. Let's say Lagos, right? It's okay. So let's now go and look for it. We said what? 5-star, right? Let's say 5 stars, right? Hotel in Lagos. Is it there? In where? Lagos, Nigeria. Because we have to narrow down our search, right? So here we want to do what? We want to look for 5. Do you see? Even with my Google Map, oh, there are so many. There are so many. The only thing you need is the right skill to get the money, baby. You need the right skill to get paid. That's the truth. So sometimes people think lead generation is one big thing, right? They come in, they are very confused. This is something you can be getting money from per seconds. Just know the right thing, the right skills you want to use. And this is why you need a good tech academy, right? Now let's go down and see. This is our Lagos. So now you've seen this this lead. How do you get them out? Very easy, sweetie. You can actually highlight and copy everything you see here. Go and give ChatGPT, tell him what you want. We're here to learn, right? Okay, let's do an example. I'm going to collect maybe only 5. I don't want to open it. I actually want to copy as many as I can. So this is okay. This is okay. Let's take only 4, right? I just copied it. I want to do something. I'm going to ask ChatGPT because this is it's like a wild, it's It's like I copied everything, the name of the hotel, the addresses, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to tell ChatGPT what exactly do I want from Dix and how I want him to arrange this leads for me. I'm going to tell him to do what? Kindly, anything, just give a command. Remember, you give a command, he's going to do it. Kindly do what? Extract, right? The names, the name of the hotel, right? Hotel, address, phone number, right? Let's say phone number, then email, right? And maybe contact person, because sometimes they don't like giving us contact person, right? Let's say contact, right? Person, right? And I want him to do what? I want him to put it in a table format, right? Put it in table format, right? So now I'm going to do what? Forget about the errors. To be fixed. So this is it. I've pasted it because I want him to see what exactly I want him to extract. So let's just give him some few minutes and see if he can do the job for us. We gave him a command to do what? To put them in a table format, right? So you can see ChatGPT try to do or put it in a table format for us, right? What did you say? You want to look up for full address, phone number, of course we want, of those hotels, right? You want to do her own magic. You know, ChatGPT likes Chakara too much. So let's allow her to show us. Right? All right. Do you see something different? Is this difficult for you to extrapolate? It wasn't difficult, sweetie. Non-contact person. Let's see what he told us about the contact person. He said you had liked that. I want to contact person. These hotels typically provide central reservation or info addresses, specifically the theme names. So all right. I want any names I can contact. Let me see if we're going to trick him to help us with a contact name, right? So let's see if he's going to give us with a name that we can actually get, right? Do you see? Nan is giving us names we can contact in every hotel that we just extracted. I'm going to still send him back. I'll ask him to do what? Put it in a table format, right? All right, let's see. So I'm asking ChatGPT to put it back for us in a table format, right? So now he's putting them in a table format. How many minutes did it take me to bring all these informations, right? ChatGPT was able to do what? To extract everything for us, right? Now we have what? We have the leads, the name of the hotel, the address, the phone number, the emails, right? The emails of the hotel. Do you know why Google is very nice? Because all these companies, they're in Google, right? All these companies, they want you to have their direct contact. They want you to be able to find them. They are in business, right? So this is another good area. Though most of them, maybe their operation is a weak or they have changed a lot of things, but at least you'll be able to get or extract good leads from these sections. Now we're going to go back to our spreadsheet, right? Because we just extracted some leads that we want to put down for our customers, right? All right, so what do I want to do here? I will come to this place and do what? See, we added what? I won't be needing this exactly. I don't need this. So I can actually do what? Highlight and then delete the column completely. Yes, I want to delete this column completely, right? So this two responses is telling me it's a response, right? So let me say why is it not deleting? Hold on, because I want to delete this, right? I wanted us to remove this completely. It has a drop down. Why is that having a drop down for us? I'm going to delete it. We don't need it anyway, so we want to delete it, right? Sorry, I have to do this from here. I want to delete the column, right? So because I wanted us to state that was cannot delete column with format data, considering hiding the column. All right, let's just hide the column. All right, he said I can't delete it. I should just hide the column. It's okay. That's fine. Let's go down and look for where we can hide this column because we don't need this column, right? So now we have a full name, email, right? Phone number, right? I want to go back to ChatGTP. What exactly do we have? Hotel name, address, phone number, right? So address before phone number, right? All right, because I just want us to copy and paste, right? So we're here, we are going to change what? We are going to change to hotel name, right? We want to change to hotel name, right? Let's just do that. So it's gonna be easy for us. Hotel name, right? We have phone number, emails before phone number, right? All right. We have okay, we have address before email. So let me just add address and contact person. I know how to do it, so I'm going to come to this place, right? Let me add the address, right? A capital letter, address. Then I want to add the contact person, right? Contact person. I'm changing all these because I want it to be exactly the command I gave ChatGTP, right? That's the command I gave ChatGTP. So now let's go back and see how, what do we have? We have address before phone number and email comes after. So I'm going to do what? I'm going to bring our address, right? So our email is somewhere. I'm going to change all of them. So let me, I don't know if we can change, but we can move because of what we have what we call the, okay, it's moved actually. Email before what do we have? Phone address, phone number, and email. All right. So the address is going to come next. I was scared of this because it has a merge. Sometimes when it has a merge, it hardly move, right? So that's why I was scared at the initial time. So our contact person should be the last one, right? That was the last. So I think we've set it properly. We have a hotel name, address, phone number, email, and contact person, right? Where is the email actually? All right, it's correct. Address, phone number, email, and contact person, right? So now I can decide to do what? To copy all this and paste in my words. So let me just say I copy this to here, right? So we can actually copy it. Don't worry about our Google spreadsheet. It has a way to do what? To arrange it for words. So, and when we do that, any other one we don't need, we can actually manually do what? Remove them. Do you see how we brought? Remember why we have errors in our phone number? Can someone tell me? Because email, Google form or Google does not recognize ordinary plus or ordinary numbers, right? So, for example, if let me do one thing. I notice this came with the names that we, let me remove the column. Yeah, delete the row. No, not the row. All right, it's perfect now. All right, you see. So I just deleted the row. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Remember what we did last time, right? You guys remember? So for us to be able to add, I can actually decide to use this number. That's the company number to do what? As a smart field, right? I can use it as a smart field where I will be able to do what? To use this number. Let me just delete all of them. Let me use a smart field. I'm going to show you how you can actually put up a number here, and I'm going to use a smart field because we cannot be doing that, right? So in case if that's why you are here or something you wish to learn, right? I'm just going to add what? Do you see what I added? Oh, this my system is so down. Let me see if I can zoom it for my lovers to see, right? Is my zooming is not actually zooming. So let's go from here and see if I can actually zoom it a bit. All right, this is okay. Let's see. Oh, but the problem now is that after zooming, I can't even see my where to put my zoom. So we have to go there, right? All right. I just want you people to see what I put here, right? I just want you to see what I put here, right? So after this, I'm going to start putting what? My plus 234. I'm using the company number, right? So it doesn't be a crime against us anyway. All right, so let's say we are putting a digital bazookas tech academy, our number 703044, right? 7444, right? This is exactly how now when I click on enter, you see the number appeared and there was no error. So I can now do what? I can either use any of these, or let's say I want to use all this to do what? To smart field, right? So let me just be fast with this because this is not what why we're here. We're here to generate leads. So you can see we've already generated the leads. So the only thing I want to, let's say, put our address. as what? As Lagos, Nigeria, right? All right. If you're interested in learning your data entry, that is a spreadsheet, please go to our website. You will see our data entry, full training, everything special, like from scratch to pro. That's what we did that day, right? So remember, we are able to tell ChatGPT to do what? To extract the contact person, right? So we are going to go down to do what? To collect our contact person from ChatGPT, which is here, right? So let's say we are selecting only these ones. I don't know how we can select this, but for example, I copied only this, then I will come to this place to do what? To put it up. If I want, I would have given him a permission to make all of them, including the contact person. This is reservation person. All right. Let's say we are using the rest as a reservation what? Department. Do you understand? As a contact person, so that to minimize what? All right. You see how we are able to extract lead even from where? Even from our Google, right? Even from the Google. So now let's make it what? Bold. Normal, we make it all, then we'll bring it down to this and select this, and here we are, right? Other things we can actually start adding, like formatting, alternative colors, formatting, conditional formatting to make it look like a pro, right? That's it. Or you can see how we are able to generate lead even from where? Even from the map, right? So another thing we can actually do is to generate. Remember, we said we can equally generate lead from ChatGPT, right? So we can actually generate quality leads too from ChatGPT. For example, I want ChatGPT to list in table form, in table format, right? Let's say write out names, right? Address. How did this go? This goes like a name, address, phone number, email, right? So we have phone number and email. Now I'm going to add there, so we don't go back making this a phone number, right? We have email, sorry, email and contact contact person. Now we are going to go more deeper. For example, we want of all logistic. Okay, the way, okay, we've not. Let's say we are using logistic companies, right? Logistic companies in Hamburg, Hamburg, Germany. Do you understand? Germany. All right. Let's see what we got. Let's see if it's going to help us to do to generate such leads. So we have several ways we can actually generate quality leads. So after we've gone through the ChatGPT and the what and the Google, we are going to go back to our slide to do what? To get more information. So he said what is searching for logistic companies, right? So write out the names, address, phone number, email, and contact person of all logistics company in Hamburg, Germany, right? So let's go ahead because we are coming back to take that information too. So this is about what? Our lead generation. I just want us to make sure that we finish up on time anyway. So the next thing that I want to, we thought we are on ChatGPT. So another thing we are going to, I want to show you how we can actually use Pipedrive and Zoha CRM to do what? To equally extract leads. See, there are some sweet tools that we are going to learn. When a company is telling you, even free, without paying money, you can actually use their free subscription to actually do your work, right? So let's see where and how we can use Pipedrive and Zoha to do what? To extract. Then the barbara of it is the MailChimp. I love this thing so much, the MailChimp. The first tools I paid for is a MailChimp. I will tell you why. When every time I create email marketing using a MailChimp, the massive thought, like the tools is so excellent. I love MailChimp so much. I wish their company, like, they need a hug. They did a very great job in this MailChimp, right? It's actually created for only email campaign. So let's see how we can actually use our CRM, right? You know what is a CRM? Customer relationship what? Management, right? So let's see how we can actually use some of the tools integrating what? CRM with leads capture forms and Apollo. We can actually integrate some forms using our CRM to capture leads online. Do you understand? And in Zoha, we have what we call the prospect. In Zoha, we can actually extract leads directly using when your company is using a Zoha what CRM tools. You'll be able to extract a lot of tools without actually going through the process of adding your Apollo and stuff like that. So we are looking at what Pipedrive, Zoha, and Mailchimp. So let's go back to our still thinking. All right, look at it here. So tell me why people are saying to generate leads is not easy. Do you see? Even brought the quality, like the phone numbers are here, the emails are there, and any ones that you don't see the emails, do you know what you would do? You just go directly to using the website. I can actually add there. Let's add their website. Let's tell them to add what website, right? So if in case I can't find their I say add what website, right? So in case I was unable to see the email, remember every website leaves their contact, right? Do you see what it did? It just added their website. So it will be easy for you to go direct there and get more information that you need, right? That's great. So we can actually generate leads using our ChatGPT, right? Now let's go down to Pipedrive and Zoha, right? We have only 1 hour to go. I'm trying to show you. These are not, these are like 2 out of 10 how you can generate quality leads. These are 2 out of. This one, is it up to 2? I think is a 0.05. We have a lot of tools. We have a lot of things you have to use to generate quality leads. And another good one is a Lemlist. I think I have it, but I was unable to talk about it when I was. That's it. That's here. And the real prospect. So we have a lot of them, right? Anyway, let's just not get distracted. Now I want us to check our Pipedrive. How do we use Pipedrive? Right? I will equally open our what? Our Zoha. Right? Let's open our. I created. I'm clicking on. For this, I'm going to close this now. I will equally close our sequence, right? And Apollo, right? Anyone we don't need now. Let's just reduce it some. So let's go and see what we can do with our Zoha. I just selected these few tools anyway. All right. Do you see? Zoha is asking me, what do I want? Features on. Okay, let's go for CRM because that's the main cocoa for us. So we are going to do what we want to select. I have a Zoha account already anyway. I believe by now everyone must have known how to log in into tools. If you don't know, it's not a problem. We have quality time to teach you how to come in any tools, right? So you can see I have an account already with Zoha, and if I want, I can go ahead with their plan. They have a lot of products. They have a lot of see, recently they launched their Zoha domains where you can actually have a domain, like a domain of your own or your company. You can buy a domain from Zoha, right? And they have their community space and they have their what Zoha project plus. So they have a lot. When you come to their pricing too, this is the marketplace where you can see a lot of tools that you can equally integrate and work with Zoha, right? All right, we have they have a lot of this is a free version actually that I'm using, but you can equally do what you can equally upgrade to their price. Let's see what they have for us, the pricing, right? So let's see what they have for the pricing. Sorry, I've logged out. I will still log in later. So we have a lot, right? See all the prices. Zoha is trusted by over 1 million users around the world. What did I say? 1 million, 100 million users. So this is a very wonderful product that we can actually use. Now let's get inside to my account. I want to see what my account looks like. Somebody's coming in, I'm going out. Don't worry, I don't want to talk to your customer service. I love your tools so much too. All right, this is why I hate this Apollo. It doesn't stay one place. It will be jumping up and down on your screen. I'm telling you. So let's go and see. Sorry, my net is actually hanging. And let's check on our Pipedrive too. So we can try with the free, right? Pipedrive equally has a very wonderful pricing, and they equally give us what a free trial. So after, if you're working with a company, you can equally recommend them with any of these tools. So after trying and your companies are very comfortable, like they are very satisfying, they want to use the tools. I think it's around 2 weeks or 14 days free trial. So they can actually upgrade, right? All right. So let's see if our Zoha is coming up. Meanwhile, let's start using our pipe drive. So this is what a pipe drive looks like. All right. So in pipe drive, we have a lot. This is actually their home screen. You are going to see how you can leads. We're interested in leads, right? Because we are talking about lead generation. But let me just tell you a few things about pipe drive. In pipe drive, with you and your organization, you can actually build a deals, right? You can build a project or a task. This is another good thing, the campaign. You can equally do a wonderful free campaign with a pipe drive. You can do it. I think I've done several campaigns, maybe not this email, but not this account, but I've used pipe drive a lot and I love everything about their campaign. We may not be able to go in detail because of the time, right? But let's just go and focus on how we can generate leads. Now, pipe drive, sweet boy. Do you see? Already is working already when we have not even given him any permission. If you open your pipe drive, go to your leads. When you come to your leads, you will be able to see where you can get a lot of lead boosters. That is the menu. You can actually embed a live chat. You know, sometimes when your customers, example, those times that you call MTN, right? You talk to MTN, you can talk to Grow. They say, hi, who is on the line? Say, my name is Emeka. Emeka, nice to have you in MTN. How can we help you? Right? Emeka, you just told them your name, right? All right. Oh, all right. Please, can you confirm your number? You called your number. Emeka, you just gave them your number. All right. We are going to get back to you. How do we reach you in email? All right. My email. You just give them all the information they want. They are just chatting with you live, and you just give them all the information. So live chat, your leads can actually be generated through live chats. Then we have what we call the chatbot. Remember the chatbot, like robots chatting with you. Sometimes you get angry because you are asking robots one thing, is talking about another thing, right? So you can choose like pipe drive to be able to give. Do you see what a chatbot is? For example, I can decide the color I want. I can design, right? I love this black and yellow. I think it's very close to what. Then I click on it, continue. Do you understand? Now the language, I have an opportunity to select the language I want. I said continue, English I choose, right? Temperate, get more leads, because that's why we're here, right? We want to get more leads. You can equally use it to book more meetings, right? Qualify and route the leads. This is advanced. Chat with your leads live, all those customers that are coming into your website that you, for example, let's say you integrated the hotspot with a pipe drive. So all those customers that are coming into use other tools that your company are using, you can actually chat with them. So let's create one and see how it works. So we just created one chatbot. Do you understand? Right. So here is where we can actually build the integration. Right, the customer is going to tell me when the customer said welcome to, I will say welcome to our site, blah 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 blah. Let's try and see. Right, welcome to our website. What brought you here today? Right, I'm looking to buy, I'm just browsing. So anyone the customer chooses depends on the answer he's going to get, right? So this is how we can actually extract leads, by building a chatbot. Then when customers are actually, you see them, could I have your name? That's it. It's robots, it's AI asking you your details. All right, let's say I told him my bazooka, for example. We just built it in your present. It's working. So we can actually copy the link and embed. Which company? Do you see? I said I'm from Bazooka. Do you see the way it's taking my information? So you can actually generate your information on leads will be generated from live chat, right? Now it's asking me for my email. Do you understand the training? It's going to take my information because of what it has already been automated. Bazooka's what empire, right? Bazooka's empire at gmail.com, right? So I'm going to send it. This is my email. Do you see how wonderful this is? This is not a human being. Because if it's a human being, he would have asked me what? He would have asked me, why is your name Bazooka and your company name is Bazooka? Blah, blah, blah. Say, thanks you for one of our sales representative will be in touch with you as soon as they can. He has finished his work. So do you see how they can actually use a chatbot to generate leads? Because millions of people are coming in your website and they have issues that they want you to take care of, right? Another good thing is our web form. Remember, we created a Google form, right? We created a Google form. So it's like a web form. You create this form, you can actually embed it in any of your sites, right? We can try to create. Do you understand? Get in touch. You will be able to change if you don't want. It's like contact us. Or if it's for registration, see, when I submit this, right? If I submit, I will be able to do what? Customers will be able to do what? To fill their name, their email, their phone number, and this is optional. Do you understand? They said the phone number is optional. For example, if I need their phone number, I'm going to make it required like every other one. So let's say the customer wants to drop a message, or I want each of the customers to do what? To be dropping message for us. Do you understand? So I can now say what? Create a form. So after creating this form, do you understand? I have an opportunity to do what? To come to this place. This will be late messages. I want to do this, or this is optional, right? And I don't want it to be optional. Why? Because I need every customer's information. I'm going to come to this place and save required. And this is going to make it what? Must. Is optional, is the out. Now I want to know why all my customers are here, right? I want to know why they want. If I want, I can equally edit this because I want to hear from them. I want it to make it what it's required. You see where I can come in and do what and create a very sweet. Now get in touch, right? I might decide to change this from get in touch. I will say what? Welcome to Digital Bazooka. Are we communicating? Let's go and see. We can actually do what? Welcome, right? Welcome, right? Let's say to Digital Bazooka Tech Academy, and we're going to save it. It's wonderful. So with a web drive, you can actually what create a lot of what a lot of leads magnet. You see, is there, right? Is there. So from here, if I come to this place, I can equally do what edit, right? So I can equally edit. If I want this form to be standalone or embed, that means it will be able to do what? To be embedded in my website. Is that clear, sweeties? All right. We can actually save and it's not active. That means anybody that comes across my my web form will be able to do what? To sign. I will get in that and I will be able to get their information because I asked them to drop their name, their email, and their phone number. Let's go to prospect. This prospect is exactly like a Apollo, where we have the right to do what? To select exactly what we want. For example, I put text here, right? All right, let me just see. You see what a prospect is going to look in your own screen, right? So it's asking us the job title, right? Okay, he said the job titles, right? Do you want department, country? But let's go for job title. Any job, the title that contains what? Fake, right? That's what we said. Sorry, let me use fake. I don't know why I'm typing with big letter and small letter, sweeties, right? I can add more, right? What is organizational size? I'm just going to use very few so that we are going to finish up this training fast. So if I want, I can add more. Do you see? This is exactly all the company. You can see because I did not put the location. You see this one is in Italy. This is in United States, this is in India, and so on. So you can actually slim down your search or limit your search or narrow down your search. You'll be able to use your pipe drive to generate quality leads. It's not a wonderful tools. And the pipe drive is not just for tools. Remember, you can do what? You can create deals. For example, local government chairman wants to register 50 or 500 students under Digital Bazooka Tech Academy. It's a deal from me. I can create this deal and I will be targeting it. We have project campaign. We can equally create a campaign, right? After generating these those leads from those prospects, right? Collecting from my web form, collecting from my chatbot and the live chat. I collected all those informations of my client, my prospect, right? I can actually come to this place and do what? And design an email that I'm going to do what? Start to bombard them with everything about the company. This is all about pipe drive, sweeties. Now let's see what Zoha is doing. So you can see how we actually can use what Zoha to do what to generate leads, right? I don't know why is still Zoha in here. It's not helping us to move on with us with our training. So let me just go back and see if I can start afresh with Zoha.com. Right, this is all we need. Let's go back. It's asking me to sign in again or sign. So for you guys, we can actually start afresh, right? But let me see. We have less than 30 minutes anyway. So that's why I'm trying as much as possible to make it. All right, we're here. So if in case you want to learn more about any of these tools, so it's going to ask me to what? To verify, because this is the account I use. So how do I do that? I want to send an OTP. So I'm going to ask him to send because this is email. It belongs to me. So I want to make sure he's actually talking to the right person. So what do? I have to go and copy the what? Where is the mail I use? I think I saw one. All right, this should be the one. So they must have sent me the mail. Sorry, guys, I have a lot of mails because I teach a lot of text, right? So we use a lot of mails to do what? To create a lot of tools. This is the life. This is the job for us, right? And meanwhile, I love my job so much. Teaching, that's my hobby. Anyway, so you can see that Zoa has actually sent us what? Don't worry, all my news is about to Zapier, Pipe Drive, all of them are here. Nothing else. Nothing else. They are all for tools. So do you see the tools that they actually do? The codes they actually sent me, right? Because I'll be needing this code before they will give me permission to go back to my my Zoha, right? I don't know. Did I post it very well? I'm doubting. So 561. I think I have to do it manually, right? Okay. 561 4. What is the last three digit? 791, right? So let's go for 791. That's great. So we can now verify, right? So I'm going inside Zoha to see what we can actually use Zoha to do. And this will be the last. I will check our slide and make sure it's the last before I said it's the last. So actually, this is my Zoha account, right? So we can go to settings and the profiles and other things, but what do we need? And we need to go directly. I don't want to edit anything, right? So this is my email, this is the sections and other things, my mobile. I can go to setting, I can go to profile and the email, right? But I want to do what? This is my profile. So remember what I told you guys before. This is okay. I prefer not to say. I just put something there. Edit. I didn't want to do it. So remember what I told you guys before I got carried away. It's always very nice for you to come to where? Come to your profile in case your company do what? Invites you. When your company invites you tomorrow, right? Always make sure that you do what? You go straight to your profile and put up your picture, your name, your Zoom, your time zone. It's very important. So when you set up all these things, you'll be able, or your colleagues or your company will be able to identify you. It's necessary. So setting section is very, very important. Now this is our home screen for our Zoha. Behold, we landed on the leads, right? So this is the leads. Right, so let's just start with the home screen, the home page, sorry, or home screen for us to understand better, right? So we have this the leads, the contact, the account, the deals. Do you understand it? Campaign, right? Focus. Oh my God. So which topic do you guys want? Just choose a topic. Let's see what we go about next time because our time is against us. All right. So we can actually use our Zoha to do what? To generate more leads, right? We can use our Zoha to do what? To nurture leads and equally generated leads, right? You can see our campaigns, right? So let's just take few things from Zoha, then we can move on. So this is our leads, right? So these are actually the leads I've already by default. Some of them are here by default. So in Zoha, we can actually do what? Use it to nurture our leads. So creating a lead, when you create a lead, for example, I called you on phone. You're my student, right? Or you're my customer. I'm targeting you. I'm talking to you on phone. I say, what is your name? My name is Emeka, right? I'm on phone with you, just like MTN is doing. Sorry, please, may I know the position of you in your company or your position in your company? All right, I'm the manager. Emeka likes to show up. Please, can I have the number? I would love to call you back. You put up the number, the address, and other things, right? What did I do just? I just generated leads. Is that okay? What do we just do? We generated leads. So we fill all the information about our customer, right? They want to know the company. Let's say we are putting up this company, right? Right? And they want to know my last name. Say we are using tech. Anything, don't worry. Just let me see if there's anything that have a red arrow that needs our attention. Let's see if we've survived.
See man going his way.
Sorry? What? I didn't hear you. All right. So do you see how I was talking to a customer and I was able to do what? I was able to generate the leads. So from here, I can start converting this customer to leads. To what? To deals. Or I can start sending emails to this customer. I want to tell him more about Digital Bazooka. So with your Zoha, you can actually extract or you can actually build leads and you'll be able to nurture by creating an email, not just creating an email. You can equally be able to schedule when you want this email. Man, we have a lot of sorry for that, guys. We have a lot in Zoha. Do you understand? So, but I just want you guys to understand how we can actually do this. And let's say we've gotten this leads, right? This person, we want to convert it to what? To deals, right? So this is a convert leads. I want to convert these leads. Like this customer, I called him. Do you know what he told me? I want to register. I have 5 of my friends. I have 10 of my friends who want to register in your academy, right? Here, I will be able to calculate my money very fast because I want to give them the best tech training. I'll calculate the money for 5 people, right? I'm going to put it here, right? For example, let's say 20,000, right? So his name is Bazooka. Remember, he told me. So when are they going to register? They said they are registering tomorrow, right? All right. This lead is actually qualified. Why? Because they want to make payments immediately. We are very sure. Do you see how I'm converting my customer from ordinary prospect to what? I'm converting my leads from ordinary prospect to customer, right? So if I convert him now, because I'm very sure he's interested, he's a hot lead. He wants to do what? He wants to register with his 5 friends, right? If I convert, he's going to move from the leads. I won't see it here. He's going to bounce back on my deal because this is no longer a what? You see it, qualification. This is a bazooka, the one I just created. It's no longer just a lead or it's no longer just a prospect. It's none under what? Leads. Do you understand? So we have thousands of tools out there that we can actually use to generate quality leads. And I must assure you, if you have the skills or know how to use those tools to generate leads, trust me, the job is sure. It's not about they need people. And there is something that confused me. Most time Nigerians will be complaining because I'm black, because I'm in Nigeria. That's a lie. They love to employ a lot of people from Nigeria. Let me give you only 2 reasons. Time zone. If someone is American, he's working in America. All the Americans, when it's 5 o'clock, they go back home. Majority will not want to be night shift, right? Right? And even if they are there, nature, you can't cheat nature. They might be sleeping, and maybe the CEO is not happy with that. Right? So they prefer to employ people that are in different time zones so that if they hire you, right, you'll be in different time zone with Americans, with others, Canadians, and other things. Another good example why they hire us is that they will pay their people more. For example, someone in America may not be able to accept $30 pay job for an hour. I'm telling you an example. But we Nigerians, when they offer us $10 and we're going to do the job even better. That's the truth. Because we don't want to lose that job and we learn more. When we decide to do this, see, I love Africans for one thing. When we decide to learn something, we go down, we scatter it very well, unless we are not interested. Right? And good thing about tech is that you don't need certificate to become a pro. You just need time, devotion, and learn from the pros to become a pro. Do you understand? So don't let anybody deceive you that you won't be able to get a job. That's a lie. Anyway, I think maybe in our next free class, I'll be able to tell you the secret of getting higher very fast. That's the truth. We have some, you know, it's happening. Anyway, I love you guys, and from depth of my heart, I sincerely wish everybody the best. Let's see if we have anything. Email marketing, Mailchimp. We would have missed our Mailchimp, my lover. That's my boyfriend. I call Mailchimp the love of my life. Mailchimp. I told you guys how much I love these tools, right? So it's used for email marketing, right? We can actually use it to convert all those our what real customers, because everything we are talking about today is just about converting leads, getting leads, converting them, and turning them to customers, right? So I will not waste much time because let's see what we can do with Mailchimp. We can use it to create an email list in Mailchimp. We can design engaging email campaign, set up automation sequences. I don't know how many of you that received my email from Mailchimp day before yesterday or 3 days ago. I think on Sunday I sent it, on Wednesday. I don't know how many people received that email. Segment your audience, right? All right, let's go back and see what a Mailchimp is, and let me see if there's any other thing. Google spreadsheet. Okay, we are bringing it down to Google spreadsheet. I think we've covered this because I told you guys how you can copy, paste, rearrange your Google spreadsheet. Though that's not why we are here, but I attached it because when you generate leads, you need to put it somewhere. Then before you then start using it to work on your customers, right? All right, that's how Google spreadsheet comes in, and building a completely system share spreadsheet. I think we've done that. All right, this is the last. So we are going to see what a Mailchimp looks like. The love of my love, right? I love Mailchimp so much. It's a darling. Whoever that created that too.